the other end of self-abandonment in sex is like fully inhabiting the truth of the moment and your desire in the moment. Like if you, for example, were going down on me and I'm like, oh, this is like too quick or too fast, or the stroke you're using is just a bit intense for me, instead of just waiting until you do something else, which is a form of self-abandonment, to be like, I'm not enjoying this, but I don't want to speak up and I might offend him, or let me just
get through it. There's something way more valuable than whether you sign up to my program or not now, bro.
Yeah,
like whether you do or not, I'm switching off and I'm going to go and be with my son. I'm going to go and be with my wife. I'm going to go and cook dinner and I'm going to laugh and I'm going to listen to music, and I'm going to acknowledge and recognize and relate with the inherent beauty that is here right now.
I just want to say one more thing. This is why I truly believe sex for many women is like the arena where so much healing gets to happen, and they truly get to move beyond patterns of staying small, diluting their desires, pushing down their voice.
Yo lovers, welcome to Sex, Love and Everything in Between with Jacob and Meg.
This is the place we have real, raw, very deep, and sometimes incredibly spicy conversations about relationships and sex. Let's get into it. Enjoy the episode.
3, 2, 1. Hey lovers.
Hello.
Are we back? Are we back or what?
We meant to have like 2 weeks off, maybe a month.
We were having a maximum month off.
And what has it been? Maybe like 8 months?
It feels like it's been 2 seconds.
Yeah, and if you DM'd us in that time, I got so many DMs being like, have you guys like quit the podcast?
You guys broken up? Are you guys still together?
But we are back.
We are.
And we are in a glorious studio. We've like turned up the volume.
Quantum leaped.
Our podcast game.
No,
truly. We had to stop because Oshi, our son, he was like a year old, and we had our podcast chairs and like all the podcast equipment set up in our living room.
Yes.
And he was pretty good at not touching it for majority of the time. And then when he started fully walking, it was just like game over.
He destroyed the podcast equipment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He would get the buttons and he would pull the buttons
All the
off.
buttons came off the mixer.
That's right. So
yes.
he was, yeah.
Incredibly destructive.
Yeah.
Yes.
He kind of is. So yeah, we put all the equipment away and we were like, yeah, we don't know.
We'll get this out next week and we'll have it all. We'll just do it every time.
Get it out and then put it back. And yeah, but anyway, now we're here in a glorious studio and this is so much easier.
Yes.
Yeah. Have we forgotten how to podcast, really? What do we say?
I think we fill everyone in, hey? Like it's been like, I'm sure people are wondering what we've been up to. And I think the actual reality of parenting kicked in. I think like the actual weight of the responsibility kicked in for both of us, running our businesses and being in relationship. And it was almost asked us to find our feet.
I found that I feel like the first year for me into parenthood was quite easeful. Of course, there were like challenging moments, but it was a lot more easeful than I expected.
Yes.
And then he started walking and I feel like, and he walked a few weeks after his first birthday. I feel like those first few months of like toddlerhood, that was a bit challenging for me because I felt like suddenly I could just kind of live my normal life the first year. Like I could strap him onto me. I could go, and especially when he was like a baby, I could go and just like go to a cafe for hours and hours and do my thing. And then when he started walking, it's like, oh, okay.
He started to develop his own little like...
He decides where we're going to a park. We got to go somewhere where he can't sprint onto a road. Like everything became like, okay, everything is... he dictates where we're going and what my life looks like now, which was a little challenging for a few months and now it's glorious.
I feel like there's like a real vulnerability in that because you want... what I learned too is like you have to be present. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice. Or you do have a choice. I'm sure you don't have to be present. But for us, it was like, he is now exploring greater risks and he wants to pull all the books off the bookshelf. He wants to climb up onto the couch and jump onto the coffee table. He wants to rush out and eat rocks, and he wants to drink out of the dog bowl. There's so many things that he now doesn't know. He just doesn't know the rules. And if you try to communicate the rules to a 18-month-old child, they don't actually understand you. They don't actually care that the rules are there.
What rules?
Don't drink out of the dog bowl.
Right. We drink like good, high quality spring water in our home. Our son,
it's a family value.
High quality water is a value of ours. Our son,
not a value of his, apparently.
He loves the dog water that's been sitting outside.
Or water out of the shower at the beach. The tap water, it tastes like
at the
chlorine.
end of our driveway, there was a pool of water when it had been raining in the gutter, and he got down like a little dog and drank it.
Yeah.
We have a feral child, which I am about. I love it. I love that he's so wild, and he's also like really affectionate.
Yeah.
Like right now, even before I left, he's with our au pair right now, which also best fucking decision. Au
pair. If you're a parent, just get an au pair. Stop pretending like you can do it all. You're awesome, but you're not that awesome.
Yeah. Because we had a nanny, and then this is just like a way.
Oh, we probably have to talk about our nanny leaving.
I know.
That was sad.
That was really sad, but
that was beautiful, but sad.
It was very emotional. But what was I about to say?
The au pair.
Oh, before we left, I said, can I have a kiss? He goes, comes and kisses me on the lips. Can I have a cuddle? Cuddle. And he comes and runs off and gives me a cuddle. He's so affectionate. It's the cutest. We're just going to talk about our son.
So this is now about Osheen.
Sex, love, and Osheen.
That's creepy.
Okay. Enough about our son, but also we filling everyone in on. We just did another round of our 7 days of sex.
We thought we're coming back to the podcast. Let's like get the energy flowing. We've got to come in with some content. We wanted to bring you guys some stuff.
Also, I think it was you. I love a challenge.
And you love a challenge.
I think you really had a lot of sexual energy moving through your body.
Yeah, I was really horny, so I suggested it. I was like, I know how to get her over the line. I was like, should we do it?
Should we do this again? Should this be a way that we deepen together? I was like, yes.
I was just craving.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. So for those who didn't know, last year we did when was it? Maybe August. It was probably one of our last episodes before we went MIA. We were in our first year of parenting, and our sex life didn't look like it did before we became parents.
Yeah, it's
still having incredible deep sex, just not as frequent as it once was. Mm-hmm. And so we decided to have a challenge of having sex every day for 7 days, just to like reignite us and like just be in that like devotional practice of intimacy, because we were finding as parents that if we were just waiting for both of us to feel turned on, alive, have space
enough
where
energy.
the nanny was there or our son was asleep, it was just...
There was too many variables.
That was never aligning. That it just was impossible. So we realized actually we need to be showing up to this like a spiritual practice, like a daily practice. And so the first round of our 7 days of sex, it was so beautiful. Often we would leave it just classic us till like 11 o'clock at night or 11:30 at night. But yeah, it was so beautiful. And go back to the episode. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll find it.
Yeah. But this time around, it was still really beautiful.
Not as beautiful. We didn't get an A+.
And we didn't. I'm like a recovering high achiever. So we didn't. Last time I was like, yes, every day, 7 days. This time it was more like 4 or 5 maybe.
4.5 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that night that we got in yab yum position and then we both fell asleep.
Yeah. We got into a really beautiful synchronized breath, and then we both woke up and like,
how long have we been asleep for?
I think like the main thing about this practice, if anyone's like, well, God, that feels like a lot of pressure. It's like, it's actually meant to create pressure. So you come together and you actually like massage each other back into intimacy, back into connection. And like, I felt so in love with you. Like not that I am not in love with you all the other times, but I just felt like how in love with you. I was like, I could just really appreciate and be in like gratitude for our relationship, and it just really injects a sense of aliveness into our lives.
Yes, and I think why this practice is so beautiful is it's not as if when we're doing this, we're like, okay, we're in 7 days of sex. Quickly, let's fuck. Like, let's just get it done. It's like we show up and we go, oh, okay, we're choosing this tonight. But then we've got to be with what's there in the space in order to be able to make love. Or sometimes it's not necessarily like penetrative sex. It could be something, you know, completely different. But it's so beautiful to honor and bring, like there's been so many times, especially that first round that we did, where I came and it was like, I'm tired, I don't feel like it. But it's like, I brought that and it was like, okay, let's be with that. My tiredness gets to be here. The part of me that feels closed and contracted gets to be here. Like, what can we do with that? Instead of trying to bypass that to fuck or make love.
Yes.
It's like, let's be with that. There's like a real honing of attunement in that as well.
There's almost you have to arrive in the experience as you are. You can't dress it up or pretend, especially because that's not what we do. We're so...
No. And I think you can. For many years, I did this in my, in probably...
With me? You didn't.
In the earlier stages
Did you fake
it? I never faked it. I used to fake it a lot in other relationships.
But not with me, of course.
I don't think I've ever faked it with you. But there would be this sense of like, oh, I'm not in it. I don't know, just kind of self-abandoning in a way to just get it done. Maybe out of duty, maybe like, oh, this is,
He really wants it, or?
I don't actually really remember, but I know that there wasn't the degree of here's what's alive in me. I'm going to be with that. Like I do not self-abandon in sex at all anymore. And I just think, I work with a lot of women around sex and pleasure and intimacy. This is something that I think majority of women, even if it's to a small degree, or other women, don't know sex without self-abandonment, right?
Yeah.
That there is just such a culture that this is how if
this is just how it is.
This is what he wants, or he's inside of me and he's already ready, and like, oh, I'm not really into it. This isn't feeling good, but it'll be over soon. All of these different things.
Yeah, almost like it's not necessarily that you don't want it. It's just that the way in which it's happening is not fully in reverence for the way in which you are opening.
Yes, and I think the difference...
That's probably a huge thing for so many people.
Yeah, the other end of self-abandonment in sex is like fully inhabiting the truth of the moment and your desire in the moment. Right? So it could be like if you, for example, were going down on me and I'm like, oh, this is like too quick or too fast, or the stroke you're using is just a bit intense for me. Instead of just waiting until you do something else, which is a form of self-abandonment, to be like, I'm not enjoying this, but I don't want to speak up, and I might offend him, or let me just get through it, versus, oh, can you go a little slower? Or it would feel, oh, I can feel my body just needs to slow down a little bit. Can you go a little slower? Can you come back up? And sometimes I'll say that to you if it's just, like actually my pussy needs more, my whole body needs more space to kind of come alive in my turn on. So I might be like, oh, can you come up and make out with me? Or can you touch my inner thighs a little more? Like, and that fully inhabiting the desire of the moment, which is such, I just want to say one more thing. This is why I truly believe sex for many women is like the arena where so much healing gets to happen, and they truly get to move beyond patterns of staying small, diluting their desires, pushing down their voice. Like in a moment like that, it might seem so simple to go, oh, well, it's feeling okay. But when it would feel even fucking better if it was to be slowed down, that becomes an arena where you can totally shift who you are as a woman by being the woman that inhabits the desire and speaks the desire into the space. And I always say how you fuck is how you do life. So when a woman learns how to do that in the bedroom, again, it might seem so small, but when she learns to no longer self-abandon, but fully inhabit her desire and speak it and own it and like live it, feel it, express it, who does she fucking become in the world? Rant over.
I also feel that it's a great indication when a woman is able to communicate that for a man to be like, hang on, why am I in a rush? Hang on, do I even want to have sex? Hang on, do I actually want to be, do I want to be doing this, or am I just doing this because I think this is what I need to do to get what I want? Actually, have I not spoken up about my own desires? Would I like to be touched? Would I like to be, like, why am I going straight for what she wants, what I think she wants? So is that what I've found too for a lot of men, or even in those moments, I'm like, hang on, what am I trying to achieve here?
Yes.
And that in itself, I can even feel in my body when I admit that. It's like, oh, there's a level of like frustration. I'm like, oh, why can't it just be easy? Why can't it? And that's what is here. That's the material that we're here to work with. Yeah.
And this is where, and we've spoken about this so many times, but when, and we were so conscious about this maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. Remember how we started to have those conversations around like, how do we define sex? Like, what is sex to us? What is our definition of sex? And just realizing how I think most humans, just take on this imprint that sex is orgasm, or sex is rubbing genitals together, right? Where we got to be like, oh, like sex is, our bodies connecting. Sex is us like really revealing ourselves to each other. Sex is like, us connecting. And like, I think you used to say a lot, like our hearts must arrive in the space first. So it's like this spiritual practice where we're being called to bring our hearts together and have our hearts, and sometimes that's a really vulnerable process to be like, to really arrive and really be seen. And sometimes
because if there's something heavy on your heart,
right? So things to be said or things to be expressed so that the heart can arrive in this space.
Or maybe the heart's carrying something that in this space it can alchemize as well. Like there's been so many moments in our sex where what I thought it was going to look like, it ends up looking nothing like. But in that, we're gifted something that, like, because we're attuning to what is there, we get an opportunity to move something that maybe wasn't able to move before. Yeah, and that's why having a relationship is like one of the gifts of our life, is that it can be, if you choose it, to be a space for healing, but not just healing. It's like a space for like parts of you to really come alive.
Yes.
So both of those things, and I'm just super grateful.
Yeah, I just that like alchemy you spoke of, that like when we stretch beyond the idea of sex being just rubbing genitals together or getting somewhere, like getting to orgasm, because when you orient towards sex or another person's body and your own body from that way, that is when the pace gets sped up, and then there's just like, let's get to that place, and we push down anything that's there in the way of that, or doesn't seem like it's convenient on the way to orgasm or on the way to that, where when it's just like, oh, we're here to have our hearts arrive, explore each other's bodies, and just be here for the alchemical process, which is intimacy and lovemaking. Like, right? Like I just love that. Because it isn't, even though we had incredible orgasms in our like in the 7 days of sex that just happened, it was never just like, oh, let's fuck and let's get to that place. Although sometimes we have an energy of like,
I had that definitely in me. I was feeling that. You might have to speak for yourself on that one. I just wanted to split you in half. I wanted to like grab you and rip you. Like I wanted to destroy you.
But I feel like there's never, yes, I feel that. And how do I express this in the way that it's like the animal and wild parts of us get to be present, but there's also I don't like the word control over that part of us. They don't override us, because I think every woman listening to this probably knows what it's like to be with a man that is connected to his wild, but it overrides the experience, so that maybe the woman feels like, oh my God, he's just rushing himself to orgasm.
Which is a loss of
me
consciousness.
To fuck so I can, he's losing consciousness, right? And so, yes, the animal, the wild, the like fuck energy gets to be there, but the wrapped in consciousness and attunement to what's here, what's alive is, that is like.
That's the good stuff.
That is the good stuff.
But also, like, I just want to, like, I don't know if it was the first or second night where you weren't feeling that. You're like, I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know if, and I was like, what if we just made out for 1 minute?
Yeah.
What if, and this is
Because I was
something,
feeling so much resistance.
and
'Cause
sometimes with you know, even for us, like sex, it's like, oh, it's this whole thing. It's like, it's going to take me this long to warm up, and then we've got to, and this, and then that, and then that, and then maybe, and then even then it might not feel. It's like, when we look at it as the whole experience or the whole spectacle that sex is, we can sometimes be overwhelmed by it if we're not feeling as resourced.
Or if you're not connected to your turn on, getting to a place of turn on and then being in the experience can feel like so much.
You can feel like, look how tall that mountain is. I do not want to climb it. I'm too tired. I just want to rest. I just want to read my book. That's
my
And we're about to put a ban on stupid fiction books in our house.
I love crime novels,
Meg
guys.
loves crime
and Jacob
novels.
really doesn't like that I like crime novels.
Yeah, so
it just helps me like. I don't like reading personal development or anything like that before bed.
Personal development.
And I don't like
thing
the
that
very
exists.
smart dragon books, guys. People have tried to convince me they're good.
They will boycott you for that.
No.
But
Yeah.
what I was saying was, when we condensed the expectation down into 1 minute of just making out, it was enough for us to commit fully to. I can devote myself for 1 minute.
That. And you just turned to me and said, what if we just made out for the next 60 seconds?
My hope was that 60 seconds would lead.
And you were
but
like,
I was
that's
also,
all it needs to be.
Yeah.
And I knew as soon as like I leant in, I was like, immediately.
Gotcha.
I can feel it already. I can feel it right now. But yeah, that was, and that was so beautiful for you to notice my resistance in that. And I was speaking that into the space, but for you to be like, okay, let's break this down. What is the access point instead of us? Yeah.
I would call that calibrating to what we could contain. Like where we were at, we were probably both quite tired and exhausted. And to think of sex in its totality, it was like, oh man, this could go any which way.
Yeah.
And to expose ourselves to that just felt too hard. So it's like when we actually bring containment and we calibrate the desire to something that is within our reach, the openness then comes online. It's like, I can make out for a minute. Like to have sex and work our way to orgasm or to whatever it is that we're calling sex tonight, that could take an hour. I could be in, I really want to know what happens in the next chapter.
Read 100 pages.
Yeah, but I can do a minute of making out. That's kind of sex, but it's not really sex. And then as soon as we did that, I was like,
it didn't, like, it was just on.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And that being said, that might not always be the case. It could have been, we have moments where it takes a lot long. And even there was nights in this, past week where we did the 7 days of sex where I was really wanting. I was like on. It was almost the straight A student within me that's like, hey, we committed to this. Let's do this. Yeah. We got an A+ last time. We're like, come on. And then that night where we did just get into yum out in the living area, and then we just lay back and slept. And then it was like, oh, can this be enough? This, we didn't have. This was what was the truth of the moment in that night, and this is what we were available for, and we don't have to push beyond that.
And ironically, it's all, not ironically, but like the beautiful thing is that it's all the moments that are created outside of the actual sex as well throughout the 7 days. Like it's the joy and the fun and the laugh. Like I feel like I've laughed with you more this week than ever. I feel like I'm so much more engaged with our relationship, and I'm so much more like online and involved, and not just like I've always wanted to be here, but I'm like, I'm enjoying being here.
I feel we're in a really good place.
We are in a great place.
But I honestly feel our marriage is like, right now, I'm just like the most, and I shared this with you yesterday, I'm the most satisfied I have been, like deeply fed and satisfied. And I was sharing this with you yesterday. There was whilst I was pregnant, and maybe even in the early days of postpartum, and definitely before that, I think I still had this part of me that was like wanting more from you, like wanting more of your attention, wanting more of like, and I've just felt this sense lately of like, I don't need anything else from you. And I don't know, I know that's been a big shift in me in like just practicing so deeply in our partnership and our marriage, like just letting you be you. And yeah, just letting you be you.
Thank you.
and letting myself just enjoy like all that is here, or all that is here for me. And I know you've internally had a lot of shifts that have I felt you're a very present, very available man, and you have been that way for our entire relationship. But the last few months there has been something that you are just like so here and like so available, and yeah, I'm just feeling so deeply fed. It's just like a glorious, glorious feeling.
I think it's almost like letting myself enjoy my life.
Yeah.
And the more I enjoy my life, the more of me that's available.
Yes.
To
In those
those around me.
moments, I
Yeah.
feel like we are laughing and we're joking and we're like playing a lot more than we have in the past.
I would say like in the last 6 months, I've really allowed myself to not just consider, but accept that it's safe to exist. And like I keep on coming back to it's safe. Like love is a safe place. Like our relationship is a safe place for me. Whereas before I thought it was a place that I had to certainly earn I had to continually earn my place here. And if I wasn't earning it, then I was losing it. So there was a certain part of me that was always thinking about the future, or there was a certain level, like maybe like 20% of my awareness was always focused on the future. And then the other 80% was on you and life. But there wasn't really like all of me available to the moment. And when I realized it was safe and I didn't need to prove or earn this position that is inherently mine to embody as your lover, as Jacob, as Oshi's dad, as the man that I am, it's like, I've got nothing to prove now.
What shifted for you?
I don't know. I think it was more kind of all of the work that I've done. I feel like I'm coming into a season of like recognizing the work that I've done. Like I'm really recognizing just how far I've come. And I don't know whether it's like I'm 36 now and I'm looking around at all the people around me, not to make them right or wrong, but I can see that I have something that a lot of people don't have, that a lot of men around me haven't got in my relationship with you, in my, like I have meaningful work that is so, like I get to serve every day, like, and change people's lives. I'm like, how lucky am I? And I've got like a smoking hot wife that wants to fucking laugh and dance. And I've got a son that's just like glorious and
Best
like
thing in the world.
Yeah. And I'm like, if this isn't it, then I'm never going to get it. Like if I can't enjoy this, what else is there? Like, cause it's just a different, it's just, if it's, you know, it's just, okay, the car's faster, it's bigger, it's, you know, the house is bigger and cleaner and more, like it's, yeah, okay, all of those things are nice and I'm calling them in. But if I can't be here now, I'm not going to be there then.
I feel that so deeply in you, and I feel that just in our family right now. I
would say like getting my fitness sorted has been like I was just writing a post about this morning because I've been using AI a bit too much and I'm feeling not too creative. Sorry, guys, it's very addictive to just like, can you write me a post and just create it and put it up? I'm just like, fuck, I don't feel like I'm a leader. I like to delegate. AI is far too. But I was writing the post about it. I was like, I thought that in 3...
AI was writing the post or you were writing
I was writing the post this time. I was writing about how ignorant I was to the fact that I was like, wasn't where I wanted to be with my health. And the thing that frustrates me about men in my line of work is that they think they can come and do something for 3 months and then go back to what they were doing beforehand. And I've been working with our mate Pete. Shout out to Pete Tansley. Go follow him. Go work with him. He's an incredible PT. We love Pete.
Yeah. My mum's worked with him. I've worked with him. You've worked with him.
Yeah.
He's our family PT.
He is. But what I realized was I thought I was going to be able to train for 3 months, eat relatively healthy, lose a few kilos, lift a few weights, and then be like, okay, cool, I'm done. I get to go back to what I was doing. Now I can get back on with my life. And I realized now that I'm 18 months in, I'm like, this is really like, this is going to be a 4 or 5 year journey to restructuring my programming around fitness, health, and well-being. And then I started to think about, hang on, well, okay. I've been doing the personal development, whatever we'd call whatever we do.
Yeah, I don't
know.
Yeah.
Mine is like initiation or rites of passage or ritual and ceremony. But anyway, we've been doing whatever we've been doing for the last 10 years. And I was like, hang on, let's actually take a look at what I've done. And I just took a moment to like realize just how much I've sacrificed to get what I've got. And I was like, no, Jacob, you definitely have. You've worked hard for this. Like, you get to enjoy this, man. If you don't stop and actually go for the bike rides, if you don't have dinner, like all this stuff that you say is important, if you don't live it, then your work's never going to land anyway.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, this is nice. I was like, I just have to be here. And then I'm like, it's so annoying because it's like, I'm sure everyone's, heard Ram Dass say, be here now. And it's like, it's profound, but you almost have to find your way back to that statement. I'm like, just be here. And you go on.
I was just going to say, I feel like I had a season of being like ultra spiritual and very much in Ram Dass, Abraham Hicks, all the things, but I wasn't necessarily like deeply, maybe this isn't true. I was going to say I wasn't necessarily deeply in like my visionary. But I've been building.
I think you were, but you didn't have the same level of responsibility. It's easy to be a visionary when you're in your early 20s with no responsibility. Yeah.
And so I feel like when you do get to a stage of still being, and we've probably lived this, well, definitely now as parents, but also in our business for probably the last 4 years, having a deeper responsibility in the people we serve, what we're holding, the risks we take, the moves we make. That there is a sense of responsibility that takes your awareness into what needs to get done. I'm responsible for these things. What do I need my focus on? I didn't get enough time to do this today, where, it's, there can be a disconnect from then presence and like real devotion to the moment. Which I just, becomes such a practice. And so, I've felt that so deeply from you the last few months, just like how deeply you are choosing to like switch off when you switch off and like be so in our family and like so present with me and our son. And it's just,
I give less of a fuck, to be honest. Like,
I think that's required.
Yeah. It's like, you don't like, there's something way more valuable than whether you sign up to my program or not now, bro. Yeah. Like whether you do or not, I'm going to be okay. Whether you do or not, I'm switching off and I'm going to go and be with my son. I'm going to go and be with my wife. I'm going to go and cook dinner and I'm going to laugh and I'm going to listen to music and I'm going to do the things that make my life beautiful. I'm going to acknowledge and recognize and relate with the inherent beauty that is here right now. And I think that, I've been listening to this guy, Martin Prechtel, who's like my new favorite human. And he just says like, the only job is to make beauty, fail, be courageous, make beauty, fail, be courageous. And I'm like, I can work with that. That's perfect for me. I don't want to do all this other algorithm shit or marketing or business. Like, okay, so all I have to do is make beauty, fail, and then be courageous. That's well within my wheelhouse. Okay, cool. So just do whatever feels beautiful. Yes. And I think there's like I think this is like huge for men. I think a lot of men don't fully recognize themselves as, men wouldn't call them beautiful. They'd call themselves useful, but not beautiful. And if you're useful, then you always have to be used for something. So you always have to be valuable. Whereas when you relax into your inherent beauty, your natural expression is what life is receiving, not what is useful.
And when you say like relax into your inherent beauty, meaning just like because you are a creation of God, a creation of life itself.
You came from the earth. Like women are beautiful, but men are like, and it's like, I'm like, I think maybe for the first time in my life, I'm considering that I'm beautiful, which is like it actually makes me quite emotional because it's like, And I think that I've felt more than I've ever felt in the last 6 months. And it's like, it is devastating, as Martine Prechtel says, is like devastate your hearts with beauty. It's like when I let the beauty in, it actually like makes me feel extremely exposed. I've got things that I love that one day I'm not going to have because I'll die. So fuck waiting around for next week or when I'm retired to spend time with these. Like, fuck everything else. Like, let's eat bagels and have blueberries on the kitchen floor, and there, let's dance, and there, let's go to the cafe and drink I refuse to buy into this, entitled young people. They're not saving for the future. I'm not in scarcity anymore. I'm not living in fear, and I'm choosing to show up and be with the beauty that is already here.
Ooh.
And so many people, and people like, and it's just changed the depth of my work so much. I'm no longer trying to fix men. I'm just like, hey, dude, we've already won. And that's like, I said to someone recently, I was like, I just have decided that I've already won, that my life rules, and that it gets to be this good. I'm not buying into anything. I'm not buying into any other belief.
That because it is, everything else is like a frequency of scarcity and the paradigm of scarcity, and to be sacrificing presence for a moment that hasn't come yet, trying to like buy a moment that hasn't come yet is just, that is not honoring the true abundance and fertility of life itself in the moment that is here right now. And that and I just feel I know so many people that listen to this podcast are visionaries, are creators, are entrepreneurs, and I think this is like it's a fine line, because to be a visionary and to create, part of that is also to acknowledge what you want isn't here yet. But the pieces, can you walk that line or exist in this paradigm of like, and I said this to you last night when we went to dinner and we were prepping for this, and we were working over dinner. That was just so glorious. We went to this nice restaurant and had a glass of wine and like did some work. I want to do that like every week now with you. But as we were walking to the car, I said something like, there's things I want. Like I want a bigger house and I want all the, but also,
you want a lot of art as well.
I want art. Yeah, we walked past this beautiful Indigenous art store on James Street in Burleigh, and I was like, oh, look at that piece. And I was just like, I can't wait to fill our home with art, and I want a bigger home. And, our home right now isn't very aesthetic at all. Like I can feel the desire for a more aesthetic home, all of these things. And I said to you, and also like, I am so fucking here for this right now. I'm not feeling the ache of wanting more or like a longing that hurts, right? I'm just like, yes, that would be fun. I can't wait to create that. And right now is so fucking beautiful. And yes, right now is so fucking beautiful. And it's it. Right now is it. And I think that there's this, and of course, because this is just the society we live in and the culture we live in that's constantly selling to us and telling us, as women, that we need all of these, to wear these certain things or have a certain body or fix our face and to feel good, and same, like, other things for men. And just like the materialness of our culture and society, has us always constantly in this like embodiment of scarcity. Like it's literally embodying this feeling of scarcity. Like this right now is scarce. I need to get somewhere else to feel better. I need to look different. I need to have my body different. I need to have a different environment for me to, feel the way I want to. And it's just such a fucking illusion.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All there is right now. Live, love, laugh. But seriously, just live and love and laugh. That's all you got to. It's so cliche, but I think we need to get one of. That would be a nice artwork for the home. That would actually suit our house right now.
Laugh, love.
But you're so right, my love. I think there's like, I can be in my wanting and be excited by all that is to come, whilst also deeply resting in this moment and being here.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the beauty of being a visionary, but also not getting lost in the fantasy of that who we want to be isn't actually right here, right now. What we get to, like what like the richness and the, like as we say, abundance is already here. And I think Oshi's been my greatest teacher. No, but I think having a child that doesn't give a fuck about anything puts shit into perspective.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we get the house cleaned and then like 20 minutes later, he's like,
I'll pull every piece of clothing out of my wardrobe.
And it's like, oh, like it's just a game to you. Like you are literally reminding me that it's not that big a deal. But more so it's like you're asking me to like be here. Like, can I actually be here? Yeah, can I actually enjoy this season of my life? Rather than try to create some future for you that I don't even know what you want. You don't even know what you want yet. So why am I trying to create a investment or a trust fund for you to go to a private school or have these millions of dollars to take you on all these holidays that I don't even know if you want to go on? Like you don't even know what you want. Like all you really, like all a child really, like especially right now, is like all his little nervous system needs is to know that it's safe to be him. You can't outsource that. That's a job for you and your soul to do, and then provide. And I think that's like the most. I think that's what I'm so grateful for. I think I wrote a post about it. I was like, he knew.
I know. I love that post.
Like he knew. He sent you to show me who I could become, so he could come down here and receive what it is that will allow him to have his life. And I was like, I just feel so blessed that like that it's come to this. Yeah. So grateful.
I love that.
It's almost annoying how I'm so like there's shit. I'm like, is this toxic positivity? Like, I don't know if I'm too.
No, I think.
But I think I'm just like it's actually like, I've got shit to do. I've got 100 fucking messages to send. I've got bills to pay. I've still got we're going to Austin. We've got things in New York. I've got shit to pay for that I'm still like expanding into and like. Yeah. But I feel so grateful, and it's like, wow. And I'm not actually scared that I don't think it's going to go. Like, I'm not scared of it leaving. Like, if it leaves, cool. But I know this is it. Like, this is what I'm here for. This kind of feeling. Yeah.
Can I take the conversation like as it's just a thread I want to like pull on? I was on a live call with with the course I run called The Claim Woman the other day, and we were talking about how when a woman was sharing that she asked her man to do a particular task around the home. It was like removing this piece of furniture and taking it back to the store. And he took a week to do it, right? And I was like, okay, but did it get done? She was like, yeah. I said, was there anything that happened because it took him a week to do it? And she was like, oh, well, if it would have taken him like a day or two longer, then we wouldn't have been able to get the refund. But I said, it didn't take him a day or two longer. He returned it. So was there anything that happened? And she said, no, I just felt really uncomfortable. And I said, that is yours to be with. And we were really just speaking into, this whole course is about feeling more claimed and led in partnership. But really the basis of this is like, can you be a woman that can relax into herself, even when things are happening around you that aren't your preference, right? Because so many women that come into my world, and I was one of these women, want to feel led, want their man to take out the bins, want their man to organize the dates, want their man to take the piece of furniture back to the store, when it's ready to be taken back. And they want to take that task out of their mind completely. And I said this to this woman, like, did you just want him to do it so you didn't have to think about it? She was like, yeah. But I was like, did you continue to think about it until he took it back? Yeah. And I like reminded him every day. And it's like that deep desire, like there's an addiction to control, and there's such a deep protection from actually just resting into the body and resting into the moment, right? That Do you feel what I'm saying in that?
Yes, majorly.
That it's like, okay, well, if you want him to take it back and be the kind of man that takes it back and you don't have to remind him, you have to choose deep relaxation in the body. You have to go, that's your task. I'm not thinking about that task again. If there's repercussions of you not taking it back, I have outsourced that task to you. You have agreed, so that's yours. And then that's the way you fucking let go. You treat him like a responsible man that can then deal with the ripple if he forgets it. Like if you go, okay, my man, I want you to take the bins out every single week. And he says yes. And then someone else said, but what if he doesn't? Well, that's not your job anymore. He deals with the repercussions. That's his job. And you choose to be the woman that no longer has that job, like in your home, but also in your body. And I'm bringing this conversation because you spoke about we're speaking about that, oh, I can only relax when I've got the thing. I can only relax, when I'm creating something. So I have to not be in this moment. I need to be in that moment. And I just see this so much with women in relationship that it's like, oh, I can only relax when I know for sure that I have evidence that the piece of furniture has been taken out. I can only relax when I know for sure he has taken the bins out. No, you also have the option to relax even before he's taken the bins out. Even when you've asked him to take the piece of furniture back and he hasn't yet, you can relax. That's your choice. And this is the true art of being a surrendered, open, alive woman in love that's able to experience more of that from a man. It's your choice to deeply choose relaxation. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Conversation was so alive for me the other day, and I just wanted to bring it.
We do this in our academy with all the men. We get them to do a thing called the when-then process. And it's something that I learned from a book written by a man named Alberto Villoldo. He runs the Four Winds Society, and he's a phenomenal shaman and teacher. And essentially it's when he takes the bin out, then I can relax. When he takes the lounge back or the couch back, then I can relax.
Then I can trust him. Then I can,
And it's a daydream. It's this dream. It's this, you get stuck in a daydream, which then turns into a nightmare. And it's all based on fantasy. It's all based on a future outcome, giving you what you actually have access to right now. So instead of when he takes the bin out, then I can relax, you cross out everything. You cross out when he takes the bin out, then cross all of that out, and you just do, I can relax. Oh.
Now.
Those bins have no power over me. That couch has but it costs $250. Cool. So money has no power over me anymore. I can relax into my being because I choose to. There is nothing that has power over me. And this is like the power of choice. This is real sovereignty. This is real freedom.
Yes.
This is true responsibility. And that's kind of what I'm just been hanging out. I was like, do I actually need to make $1 million today? Is that conditional on my happiness and my freedom? No. Oh, I can be free. Oh, I am free. Okay, cool. I didn't realize that life could be this way.
Yeah.
I'd been living conditionally because that's what I thought was the prerequisite to happiness. This, insert bins being taken out. And the thing is like the only way really to experience this is to fail and to be with the discomfort as it realigns itself, or it massages out the knots, or you remove the scar tissue, and it's it does take time. Like we're remembering, we're putting ourselves back together, we are returning to our innocence, we're reinstalling our natural state, one of relaxation. There's nothing to actually be in fear around. And that's you come back to I don't need anything. I've got everything. I've got it all right now.
Yeah, and just circling back to that conversation around the bins and the furniture and all the things. It's that. It's when you just said it so beautifully. When we believe it has power over us, and we're literally handing over, our power and our relaxation Like someone else determines that for us. You need to be this for me so that I can access my relaxation, my embodiment, my aliveness, my joy. Like when we talk about, and I don't love using like the terms masculine and feminine and like using it too much because I think people hold on to it and be like, okay, what does it look like to be in my feminine, in my relationship? What does it look like? But I truly believe to be a deeply feminine woman in relationship is to not hand that over to anyone. You choose, you know that you have the ability to be in your body, relaxed, open, no matter what, right? You're no longer going, behave like this for me so I can be this. It's, I am that. I am alive. I'm a woman that's connected to my eroticism, not based on whether my partner finds me desirable. I'm connected to my relaxation and my, you know, my openness and surrender with myself and with life itself. That's not dependent on whether my partner has mowed the lawn this week or not, or done the exact things that he should be doing. And I was sharing, and not to throw you, this isn't to throw you under the bus, or I was sharing with these women on the call that there were times, especially in the last year and a half of parenting, where there have been things around our, like outside, like our grass or, our dog, or like walking the dog, or, you know, our dog like fucked up our grass so bad, and it was just dirt. And there were times where like, I wanted you to do that immediately. I could feel the part of me that was like, I would walk outside and be like, oh, can he just like fix the grass or not make it so dirty out here? And then also just there was one day I really particularly felt that way. And then I was like, what the fuck? Like, this man's busy. We have a baby. Like, not everything in our home and in our backyard is going to be done at all times. I actually have to be a woman that learns how to find relaxation even when things aren't done, even when the to-do list isn't fully ticked off, right? And I need to be able to offer myself that, but then offer you the grace in that, given, you know, we had a toddler and, you know, the busyness of life. And that was so fucking freeing for me to like, and I'm really deeply practicing that. And I know this is going to be a deep practice of mine, the more children we have and potentially the more chaos that comes. It's like the to-do list is never fucking done. Especially I feel that way as a mother now in our home. Like we said, I tidied the house this morning. 5 minutes later, our son had come into the kitchen and thrown every pot out of a drawer and then gone into the dress, like in our living area where his clothes are. And
Did he pull all them out again?
Oh, maybe that was yesterday. He'd thrown everything out. But like within a 10-minute period, like the house just was, you know, in disarray. And just learning to be a woman that can go, like my life and house can look like this right now, and I can still feel relaxed and in my body. You know, the grass can look dirty, and Jacob has said he's going to get on it. I can trust that there is going to be a season, and there was a season where you fucking got on it and the grass has healed and the grass is looking phenomenal now, right? But I didn't have to remind you and tell you every day how much that grass was fucking stressing me so that you did it. I just found relaxation in my own body. I think I shared with you a few times that, you know, that would feel important to me. But a difference between that coming from this place of like, you're not doing the fucking thing. And because I can't hold this tension. I just think this is like such a fucking important, nuanced, deep piece that I don't hear a lot of other people talking about, but I know a lot of women and probably men need to hear, but women in my world that, want to feel more of their man's leadership. It's like, actually stop fucking living this illusion that he's going to do all of the things perfectly and then you're going to feel relaxed. Like every time there's a piece of furniture to take back, he does it immediately, right?
He's not your
every
servant.
Time, right?
He's not your servant. Like
he's human.
He's not there just to serve every single thing that you want done in the moment. Like your need for control and perfection not his. That's not his responsibility.
That is everything.
Don't and like it's. No, I'll do it. I will do it. And you have my word.
That, and then trusting, like I said to the women on this call the other day, that like, I know you do the bins. I never fucking think of the bins at all. And I know if you forget the bins, you'll deal with the repercussions of the bins not being taken that week, whatever that looks like. And so if you currently do the bins and you want your husband to do the bins, ask him, say, I would love it if you were responsible for the bins every week and it was something I didn't have to think about. If he says yes, you don't think about the bins anymore. You don't stand on Tuesday night in the living room and checking outside if he's done the bins, right? To like check up on him. Or on a Tuesday, have you remembered? Have you remembered? No, part of you experiencing his leadership is you letting the fuck go and choosing to no longer have that task take up your awareness and your consciousness, because this is what deep down so many women are craving, to not have so much stuff in their mind. And yet when they do give over a task, they're still continuing to hold it in their mind and let it take up space in their mind and their body, right? And then they continue to do that because then you didn't do it properly, or blah, 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 blah. Like the true practice is, outsource the task or get him to do the task, hand it over, trust him completely, and then let it go. Right? And that's so much easier said than done. But this is the depth of practice. I think, again, so many women are waiting for, I need to check that he does it perfectly and then I can stop thinking about it. Then I can relax. Then I can never check up on him doing the bins. That reality doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just really need to have that rant.
It's like the same thing. It's like you're gonna end up another year older. Do you want to spend the next year in complete and utter resistance, or would you like to just relax and enjoy yourself? Like, would you like to actually enjoy yourself because you have the opportunity?
Yeah.
And I think this comes down to, for us, like we don't avoid the deaths and the rebirths that are inherently built into our journey as humans. Like we have continually stepped into ceremony in many different ways, shapes and forms to meet the deeper part of ourselves that either wants to be surrendered and let go of, or is there for us to step into. And the more that you do that, the more comfortable you become with the notion, or what I believe is a truth, that like you're never complete. You'll never be done. And that's the beautiful thing. And I think we were talking, I don't think we were talking in our facilitator training or the academy, and one guy said, yeah, like your death will come on an ordinary day doing something, like doing ordinary things. So why not live a little? And I've just really enjoyed this notion of death is going to happen. So why not enjoy it? Why not enjoy and like really like, oh yeah. And like one of my favorite things that we say in Sweat Lodge is Hoka Hey. And it's like, today is a good day to die.
I love that.
Like, can I live that? Can I like every day like lay down and be like so grateful for all of the blessings and all of the hardship and all of the moments that had no real meaning other than just to keep the wheels turning. It's like, can I actually be so here today that if I did wake up or I didn't wake up, it doesn't matter because I've lived.
I think that's a beautiful place to end this We're Back
Hoka
episode.
Hey.
Hoka Hey.
Yeah.
Amazing. Any final pieces?
No, I'm just, it's nice to be back, guys. Like,
It really is. This feels so
I didn't realize that, like,
incredible.
this was quite a cathartic. I realized, like, the podcast, as much as we love sharing it with you, it's like, it's a place for us to, like, really unpack and connect. And, there's nowhere else I'd rather be.
I love you. Bye, lovers. We'll see you next week.
Big love. Peace.
Thank you for joining us for this episode, my loves. And if you would love to support this podcast, and we would love it if you did, best way to do that is to subscribe wherever you are listening to this episode right now. And also share this episode with your lover, your husband, your wife, anyone you feel would be into listening to very deep, real, spicy episodes on relationships and sex. And then if you have any questions, come over and join us on Instagram. I'm at the.meg.o on Instagram, and my husband is at the Jacob O'Neill. That's ONEILL over on Instagram as well. Come and ask us any questions, share this episode, tag us. And we will see you very soon right here.